Last time on GAalaxy, the dwarves of the Great Alberta and the Emerald Empire chose to do nothing, while Greenfield made peace with its rebellion, only for another one to take its place. With peace not being made between Greenfield and the dwarven powers, the Great Alberta was inevitably destroyed. A shame, to be sure. But in the meantime, the new rebellion from Greenfield got invaded by alien ships, and that led to this week's votes. Both Greenfield and the Emerald Empire decided to declare a rebellion on each other. And what would you know, the 25% chance of working to Greenfield because the rebellion on to the Emerald Empire. We'll find out what city rebels once we get started, but that's where we're at for the votes. Enjoy the episode. Roll the intro. Welcome back, everybody, to WorldBox and to GAalaxy, Episode 7. Today, we have something interesting. Both Greenfield and the Emerald Empire declared war, as you saw. Not war, rebellion. Greenfield's succeeded against the Emerald Empire, while the Emerald Empire's one failed. But, for the city that rebels, we take basically however many villages there are, divided by 3, and that's how many are going to rebel. But in this case, we're not counting the capital, because that can't be rebelled. So it's just down to Dor and Amum. And from it, Amum has rebelled. And that's where we're starting this episode. Starting in 2 times speed. Seeing as there's not much army, but actually there is a large 62-man army from Amum that is going to be fighting against the 2 separate armies of the Emerald Empire. And at the end, we'll see what happens, as the remainder of the world is in peace besides Greenfield going to war. There's a meteorite that just happened up here, as well as a bunch of spaceships. The spaceships must have just gotten destroyed, except for that one, of course. There's still an alien around here shooting up the place. But we also have the Chuan Imperium planning war. But against who? The Great Enough. So it looks like the Great Enough is going to have to be fighting the Chuan Imperium. Just from what we can basically see right here, the Chuan Imperium has more population. But when they finally declare war, we'll have to see whether or not they have more army. But the Great Enough does have multiple villages all across the world, as well as actually the Chuan Imperium on this continent over here. But we'll have to just see how that goes. The armies are moving in, as there is still a spaceship shooting up the place. But once this army gets in here, and if they start shooting up, which they're already taking over, wow. They even got a guy with the laser. Where's the laser guy? Here he is. Puny. That's funny. He's just coming in there and he's just going to shoot up the place. Hopefully he doesn't hit any of his people. And did the rebellion just end? Yep, the rebellion just ended and it got taken back over. As there's some Greenfield armies that have come here, actually. A large force has just arrived. We're going to see how that handles with it, especially now that the armies have been decreased for the Emerald Empire. But we'll see if that's enough. That territory was taken over, and this one looks to be getting taken over as well by an army of over 50 people and 50 soldiers. The armies of the Emerald Empire are moving in as fires rage out across here. Hold on, let's go into halftime speed and find the little wizard guy. Where's the wizard? There he is. Eeyore. With the possessive Helen. And this guy's buffed out. Minor, savage, he is slow though, poison immunity, Mage Slayer, Wise, King Slayer, and a veteran. I wonder what that was from. But either way, they got a powerful soldier in their army right there. This territory on this continent is getting taken over by the Great Enough's army, and we'll see if the others fall into their grasp as well. The Chuan Imperium had practically gained 200 population from taking over some of those villages. Let's see what the war is like. With a total of 16 to 38 deaths, the Chuan Imperium does look to have 4 times as much army as the Great Enough, and practically 1 and 2.5 times more population. But we'll have to see, will these armies move anywhere else? It looks like their army of 54 is trying to move, but it is in half-time speed, moving it back up to 2 times speed to see how it goes. As the armies of the Great Enough and the Chuan Imperium are going to meet in this territory, nearly every building along this area has been destroyed, by armies more specifically. But this army is taking over the territory now that the Chuan Imperium's militias in this area have fallen. And there is another village under the Great Enough's territory, though it does look like Duina is getting taken over by the Chuan Imperium, and next it'll probably be Pydorg, the capital of the Great Enough. And as of right now, they are population switching, as the Emerald Empire is dropping below 250 because of the armies of Greenfield. A fire breaks out in the wheat fields as well. The armies are just fighting them off, as well as the militias, but not if the population dies out. They do still have bows, and they are fighting them off. Where is Eeyore? Oh, he's up north in the Lemon territory. He's probably just moving with his army to try and make it over to Greenfield in their territories up here, since they no longer have any ports in the south to take them to the Greenfield's main area on a separate continent. This other village was taken over by the Great Enough, but it does seem to be fighting back, as the Chuan Imperium has an army of 34 in here. And they even have the guy with the laser gun. Let's see. Puny, where is he? Yep, he's right there. With 15 kills. That is a lot of kills, especially for one soldier in this army. And the Chuan Imperium, they've taken over this entire continent. Now it's just down to these last 2 villages of Kapoa and Butaib. But it looks like their capital of Leoa, which rebelled 2 videos ago against Greenfield, is starting to get taken over by the Great Enough. They even have an army of 40 in this village of Itiz, though Leoa, because there's no more army in there, isn't getting taken over. If they had taken over the capital, that would have caused a massive rupture in their support and kingdom's functionality, as it looks like some of the smaller armies of the Chuan Imperium are trying to board this boat, as more villages, this village is about to get taken over if nothing's done about it. As this army is just continuously moving, not even taking over any territory, unfortunately. They're getting close to doing so. Will they take over Itiz? And it looks like they did. They took over Itiz, which is a massive village to lose for the Chuan Imperium. With more villages in the north again nearly take it over. They're almost taking over. Yep, they took over Yushupro, and now they're fighting off more armies. What's this war like? The Chuan Imperium still, wow, has pretty much 4 times as much soldiers. And like 3 times the population. But how are they losing these villages to these winky-dink soldiers? All their soldiers must be in this boat over here. How many are in here? 100 soldiers are in this boat, just right here. That is unfortunate for the Chuan Imperium, who are trying to take over the rest of the world. And a spaceship has made its way over to the Chuan Imperium over on the separate continent of all places. The Chuan Imperium's local militias are fighting back against what soldiers they can, but they themselves are getting bowed down. As an army of Greenfield looks to be moving towards the southern area, towards the Emerald Empire. They are trying to build back up, but you never know. A massive boat filled with many Chawan Imperium soldiers are moving now. Are they trying to move to a boat? It looks like they are, as the king is looking to declare peace with the Great Enough, even though they are technically winning this war. Because, well, actually, they're only winning by 10 deaths, but they are winning in everything else. But it does look like they will be declaring peace, as Chawan Imperium's armies are up here in this area, and they might be getting taken over in Atiz as well. Yushiporo is just staying the same there. And Atiz is getting taken back over. Hopefully it's done before the peace is declared. As Puny's over here as well. Oh, and they declared peace before Atiz could get taken back over. That means the war was over. Great Enough, still pretty much at the same, while the Chawan Imperium does seem to have taken a bunch more land. Though we will see if that will cause a rebellion later on. As they do still begin to set up like at least 3 more villages each. Greenfield's still at war with the Emerald Empire, and it is surprising. This war has lasted a long time. And this Whisper War has lasted for 63 years. With Greenfield only having a population of 477 to the Emerald Empire's 240. With 177 soldiers to the Emerald Empire 64, and practically only 500 deaths difference. A lot of those deaths, mind you, probably came from the Great Alberta, because they were a 700 population nation that got wiped out by Greenfield. And the spaceship is still here. And this is big. A Chawan Imperium village down south over by the Emerald Empire is looking to declare a rebellion. But what else will declare rebellion? Will it just be this one, or will it be surrounding villages? Emerald Empire does look to be sending up some troops up north towards the Greenfield area in the old Shroomite territory. Will they succeed in wiping out the village once and for all? I don't know. But the old Empire, which is only one village. It was only this one village, really? And yeah, that's the massive population and war difference. Though, there is a separate rebellion happening over here in Duina. We'll have to see how that goes as well. Just like Greenfield many episodes ago, the Chawan Imperium is just too big for its own good. Yep, the rebellion's really close. And it looks like the village of Ivo, they are fighting off. They're fighting off the Dwarven invaders while even gaining population. As many armies are trying to invade the old empire. Hey, we even got Puny here. Oh, he changed. Wait, he changed? Then who's that shooting that down there? Now we got Realm of the DOS, and it's only them again. Huh. Ooh, an alien just landed down here after getting blown out of his boat. Or not boat, spaceship. He's fighting off, but he's gonna die eventually. There's just too many people. But who will get the laser gun? Poche? Pohehu. Huh. Well, I'm gonna star that guy because you never know. And down here, what's going on? It's Yor. He's fighting off Greenfield soldiers that have come to invade. Wait. The Chuan Imperium just made... They declared war on that rebellion, but they declared peace with the realm of the Das. As another rebellion is starting to happen. Now this is getting insane, but let's take a quick look at the royal houses. For Clan Crafted, there's only one person left. That is unfortunate. But House Grog has 16 and Clan Grieg has 11 people, with around 60 to 70 deaths in each one. Clan Grieg is all Chuan Imperium and Realm of the Das people, while House Grog is all Greenfield and Great Enough. Oh, they even have one of the guys in, like, Quaco or something. That is insane. How long has it even been, honestly? And Greenfield's still going to war with the Emerald Empire. If the Emerald Empire goes to war with any of the other human nations, they will get wiped out. And Greenfield, because it's all human nations left, is probably going to survive. Let's take a look, we saw that, but let's see. Yeah, House Grog and Clan Grieg, they are across this whole world on both continents. But it looks like the Great Enough is planning war. Who are they planning war against? And they're planning war against the Realm of the Das. I think I want to stop it there once they declare war, because everything's just a big, jumbled mess right now. And there's the other rebellion, the Holy Iwoli. The Chuan Imperium is just falling apart. Now there's probably more nations on the board right now than there were at the beginning of this series. We got Greenfield, the Emerald Empire, the Chuan Imperium, the Holy Iwoli, Great Enough, Quaco, Realm of the Das. That's only 7. One more rebellion and then that would make it. But it does look like the Great Enough is at war with Realm of the Das. Yes, and now they look to be boarding a boat up north to try and fight them off. But we'll have to see how the rest of this goes in the next episode of GAalaxy. Thank you for watching. I've been Crafted. Goodbye. Okay, never mind. Goodbye now, because that just all ended. See you next time.